Okay, Natasha, you're on the spot.
Okay. Hi. Hi. You have this. You have this chart on the side of the Meridian exercise description page in the right column, and it is just examples of how we can activate and stretch the pathways of energy, organs energy, which are called meridians. Uh, you can do. I mean, if you get the concept, what organ corresponds to, um, what stretch corresponds and activates the organ, you can do it in many variations, but that's the example. It's written, it has pictures, so it's the most simple one, I believe, to start with at least. And the first one will be this one, which is called, in yoga it's called the butterfly. Is it? I don't see myself well. Do you see me well?
Yes, we
You
see you
bring,
very well.
you sit, let's sit on something that will elevate our pelvis a little bit from the back. It could be blanket, a folded blanket, a flat pillow, or even a block. And the reason for that is if you elevate the back of your pelvis, it much much more naturally folds a little bit, bends a little bit more forward. Let's bring the feet together, and the movement is a butterfly movement. It's a butterfly flickering its wings. Inhale, on exhalation, down. And inhale and exhale, and help to open your knees a little bit more with the elbows. Inhale, and besides opening the hips and activating your lymph nodes in the groin area, it's a pose for the heart. Inhale and exhale, and then you can stay for a bit longer in this pose when the knees are split open, and exhale a bit more, and exhale a little bit more, and then bring them up. And the counterbalancing poses, you can hug them together or apart, drop your chin down and round your back. So that's pose number one. A fire, energy of fire corresponds to, the season is summer, and it corresponds to our heart and small intestine. The second pose is which do you want to pose? The second pose is triple hitter, which is also related to heart. It's our circulation, and you cross your legs. However, it's more convenient. For some people, there is a difficulty sitting on the floor cross-legged. You can sit on the chair as well. It's instead of chair. Sit in something higher, because some people have compromised knees, meniscus, or ligaments at the side, so you can sit on something higher and cross your arms like this. I'll sit on the floor for now. And again, it could be a block or folded blanket, or a flat pillow. So you cross your legs, and if you sit on the chair, you just cross your arms like this. Inhale, and you bend. Try to keep your back straight, and then you drop your head and neck relaxed. Inhale. And one more thing that is not on the description: when you fall down, you pull your abdomen in and up towards the rib cage. You add this massage for your internal organs. With every exhalation, you pull your abdomen in and up, and now you can stay here. Inhale and exhale. Keep your tailbone grounded. Sink through your tailbone. And up. Exhale. Let's switch the sides. Now if that was right arm over your left, now left arm over your right. Inhale, and again exhale. Keep your back more or less straight, so that this scooping of your abdomen, internal organs in the abdomen, it'll make it easier and more effective when your back is more or less straight. Don't round it. And I'll watch. Inhale and exhale.
Yeah.
Inhale, release your abdomen. Exhale, pull it in and up. And exhale. And here, sit. Next pose is related to our spleen, pancreas, and stomach. These organs come in three, in a package of three. The rest are two, a pair of organs for each meridian. Those are three: spleen, pancreas, and stomach. And the meridian runs in front of our leg and up to here. So stretching the front of your legs will help to activate those organs. And not eating sharp sweets too helps a lot. The pose is a rather straining. We'll start it in a uh, very gentle version because of the knees. I mean, I myself had torn meniscus many years ago. I mean, I healed it, but I'm still very careful about it. You bend one leg and you stretch the other one. That's much easier rather than sitting on both like this. You can sit like that, but again, if you're um, really confident in your knees, I'll show the really gentle one. You stretch one leg and you bend this, and you can even bend it and bend it to the side, not exactly closer to the buttock. I mean, find a position that won't strain your especially meniscus. That's the a really sensitive part. And then is that slowly bending back. Maybe first your hands, and you feel stretch here. The stretch should be more in the front of the leg rather than the knee. Really, be really present in what in the condition of your knee, what's happening in your knee now. Otherwise, it's really easy to injure and really hard to heal back. So very carefully with exhalation, and then inhale maybe a little bit more on your elbows and stretch more. Try to keep this knee grounded, the knee of the bent leg. Exhale more, and then if you can stretch back, but don't push it. Don't take it right away to that pose where you stretch your arms over the head and you stretch the front of the leg. And then we'll do the other one. And again, I wouldn't set a goal of doing it on both knees bent and stretching to the back. That's a picture in your head. But if it never happens because of your knee condition or your low back condition, you can do a more gentle version, and you can put any props under your some props under your back, low back, even a bolster, like roll it like this, put there behind. The concept is to stretch the front of the leg. There are other versions of that. You can, I'll show them when I'm sitting. So you very gently, you go maybe on your elbows first. Keep the foot of your straight leg flexed, toes towards you. That will stretch simultaneously the back of this leg. It's a secondary benefit on your bloody meridian on this leg, but still, we pick it up on bits and pieces from different places. And exhale. And then if you have a bolster, down on the bolster and stretch your arms, or don't stretch your arms, you can open them to the side. So this pose you should take really carefully and to really put it, I mean, break it in steps. But eventually, yeah, it stretches very nicely. Another version of this stretch could be when you bend the leg like this. It also stretches. Or uh, any other positions where you feel that you stretch the front of the leg. I encourage you to notice what's happening in your body, what stretches you're getting when you're doing this or that movement in the body. You're really, if you put your mind into it, you can find stretches in a lot of movements, in a lot of not even poses, just everyday movements. It'll make it much more effective. So the next one is lungs. Our lung meridian starts here. Actually, it starts at our thumbs, and it runs and finishes here. That's our lung area. So whenever we keep our thumbs active, we already activate the meridian. We can do it in front first, interlace the fingers, maybe side is easier. No, this. Interlace the fingers, turn them, and keep your thumbs together. And notice the difference. If you release the thumbs or keep them together, when you bring them together, it automatically activates the whole lung meridian, this whole large intestine, I mean, that's large intestine with your index finger, your lung meridian, and you can stretch it like this. Inhale, drop your head, exhale, and then maybe at the back. And not everyone can interlace the fingers and bring their arms up. So I'll show you the version when you can grab a, I don't know, scarf, strap or anything like that. So you can interlace your fingers, bring your shoulder blades together, and then start folding forward. You can bend your knees a little bit, drop your head, bend the knees, and up. You probably feel a stretch already across the chest. But sometimes it's, shoulders or other restrictions of your arm and shoulder area, shoulder blades. So you can take a strap of anything and go with a strap. Exhale, keep your knees slightly bent and up, chin up. And a few more times, please, I'll watch. And forward and arms over the head. When you're down, drop your head and neck relaxed. Be very careful with your shoulders. Chin up, and one more time. Exhale and then fold. Very nice pose. But like I said, to warm up before this pose, for this pose, you can do first the front thing. Interlace your fingers, thumbs together, drop your chin and back. And then you interlace them at the back or grab a strap. That was for our lungs. The meridian starts in our thumbs and runs here. A little detail, if you notice, sometimes some people have cracks on their thumbs, they're at the corner of the thumbnail, they're cracks in winter mostly in winter. And that happens because the air is cold or we're not enough, spending not enough time outside, so our lungs got contracted, and that opens up the meridian, the thumb where the meridian starts. So that happens also. We have too much salty food or food like eggs, which are very contracting. So the next one would be kidneys, and the kidneys, as we know, are located here on the lower back. And every forward bend, either sitting or standing, will stretch this area and activate our kidneys. Keep your feet maybe a foot apart, hip width apart, and inhale, bend the knees, exhale, soften them, and down. And again, every time when we fall down, pull your abdomen in and up, and that exercise your internal organs. Exhale, and you can hug your legs and stay here for a while, stretching this area. We'll continue doing this pose in motion. Exhale, setting the rhythm, abdomen in and up. Release your abdomen. It's a huge difference if you add this detail. It moves in naturally, but if you add a little bit of an effort, it's much stronger exercise. The next one we can do while standing or sitting. I'll first show you standing because I'm already standing. Any side stretch, whatever pose, you can sit, you can stand, you can sit on the floor, you can sit on the chair. For example, that's instead of a chair. Any side stretch will activate your gallbladder and liver meridian. So any side stretch in any position. Now I'm standing. I'll show you a sitting version later. For this pose, if it's comfortable, you can bring your legs together. Sometimes in my practice, I even take something as a block or a pillow and squeeze it between the legs because it makes this lower part more solid for this particular version. and exhale, bend. And your upper arm is somewhere at the ear or behind it. That'll put your body in a right position. It's not like this, it's like this. That's the side stretch. Catch your wrist and pull this arm. Inhale, and the other side. Exhale, one. Stay here, exhale, second. And up. And one more time. Exhale, one. Stay. Exhale, second. Squeeze the block if you're using it. If you're using it. And the other side. Exhale, one. And more. And up. With exhalation, finish the movement. I'll show you. You can do it on the floor, and again, it's the best to sit on something like a flat pillow, folded blanket, and you open your legs wider. This pose, when you're doing it in this particular position, this version, it'll stretch the inner seams of the legs as well, adding more. You'll activate your liver more. In this pose, because the liver meridian starts on our foot somewhere and half an inch between your large toe and second toe, and it runs through the inner seams of the legs, and then bladder meridian on the arms. And this pose, I mean, again, it's a side stretch. You rest your elbow somewhere at the knee or in the side of the leg where you feel it, and exhale, stretch. And the more you lean, for example, to the right, the more your left opposite side leg, especially your thigh, your upper thigh, should be grounded. It should never be like good, but there's not so much benefits. Keep your leg, especially your upper thigh, grounded, and you stretch more. Through the middle finger of this upper arm, hand of the arm, and exhale, stretch. Inhale. With exhalation, finish the movement. The other one, prop your elbow against your inner knee and exhale and stretch. And a bit more. And your opposite side leg, especially your upper thigh, is grounded. And exhale. And up. And down. And you can finish this series of stretching your liver and activating your liver and gallbladder meridians, bending forward. Be very careful though. You can even close your legs a little bit, because it should not be neutral in the inner seams of the legs, but it shouldn't be too much. By bending forward, we're activating our liver meridian more. And exhale forward again. Your back is straight, more or less straight. And your neck is a continuation of your spine. Exhale, pull your abdomen in and up towards the rib cage. A little bit release on inhalation. Then on exhalation, a bit more. And we'll stay here. Inhale. Keep your feet flexed. Exhale. And up. And exhale. Bring the legs together. Carefully help them. And relax them. And these are the examples, very, very simple examples of these stretches. Like I said, if you start paying attention to your body and body movements, you'll find these stretches and these meridian activation, activating poses in a lot of everyday movements. So thank you, and I hope you'll start doing it at home.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Natasha.